Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Gamerpeons. Welcome to another episode of the Gamerpeons build, or essentially kind of the first episode of this series in a sense. The most unfortunate part about this series, for some people more than others, is that I can't actually show all of the building stages in like a quick time, you know, like a ×8 fast time lapse or something like that. I can't do that. I really did try to show you this in a time-lapse format, but it just kept corrupting the video for some random reason. I assume it took me about 5 hours or so, 5 hours to make this thing, so I assume it's probably just because of memory dump. You know, there's too much memory for it to decode or something like that, so it just kept corrupting it. So I just had to do the second best thing and just show you what I did and explain what I did. And the idea is, because at the end of the day, I want this to be fun to watch, but I want to help builders out there kind of understand a few neat tricks and stuff like that, and also techniques, or just people like to see structures that are awesome in Minecraft, like myself. Excuse me, talking for a long time without taking a breath in is quite difficult. But anyway, yeah, so this is a temple slash tomb sort of thing. What I started with first was this entrance here. This entrance here took about an hour to make this entrance. There was a lot of changes here. I decided to go with this sort of lava scene. It's quite an evil temple. I'm not sure about the lore. I like to put lore behind my buildings. It sort of gives it a nice effect, because you kind of know why it's like that. It's like an evil tomb to a dead god, so to speak. So I did like a little bridge here with like some weird symbolic thing. I wanted to make this temple as symbolic as possible to some sort of evil... Oh, what the hell? Anyway, I am on a server, by the way, so you're probably going to see me jolt everywhere every now and again. And I've also done a little archway here, and also another extended archway along there for a neat effect there. I've also done 2 towers, and within those 2 towers there are lights at the top. Gives a nice light effect there. It's only fire though, not normal light. And also 2 smaller towers attached to the right side of this tower and the left of this tower. This is pretty much a mirror image, this entrance, and there are 4 of them. 4 of them. This is pretty much a quarter image, if that's a thing, kind of temple. It's the same on 4 different sides, or quarters. Okay. I've also done a sort of effect coming from the tower here. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's like a half arch sort of design. I'm not sure if that's a thing, but it's pretty much filled in, and it's just going down slightly, and I assume I probably intended to put lava in this, but I decided to keep it like that because it looked quite cool. I also got some side work here, and I was going to put something along here, but I decided not to go for it. I thought it looked quite nice just being a flat surface like that. Don't know if you guys agree, but hey, feedback is always awesome. I also put some fences down here for a nice effect. Those are people, I don't know, I guess it's just to not fall in the lava. I'm not really sure. You never know, they might be taken out though, but I just thought it looked neat putting something there. Also using obsidian as a walling, lava, and bedrock to give a nice charred effect, let's say, from the different nether brick. There we go, from the nether brick. I do use nether, bedrock, and obsidian along with lava and gold to create this building using the Doku Craft texture pack. That's the one I'm looking at right now. Always use a texture pack, I say, when building one of these things. Don't use default. Default's kind of ugly in my opinion. If you want to make something grand, always default a texture pack to it. I'm going to show you along here actually that, yeah, it's the same on all 4 sides. Like I said before, quarter mirror image. There we go. Exactly the same on this side. No difference whatsoever. Unfortunately, a bit of OCD here is that it's not exactly straight. It may look straight from here, like, oh yeah, this is straight. It's not. From the top here, it's not straight. It's a tad to the left, or there is a block missing to the right. Okay, then I'm going to show you the wall sides here. Walling was a bit more difficult, to be honest. I tried to make it as less blocky, I suppose, as possible. Try to give it some curves, some corners, and also some neat effects for aesthetical sake. So we got some sort of pillars, oh, not pillars, but sort of large block, I'll say pillars for now. I'm not sure my description of words isn't exactly good at this point. Let's say it's one of few things that I've built, so I'm still getting used to the whole process of talking about. And now I also got to talk about this whilst moving around. I usually just have a watch a video and talk about it, but oh well. And I also do some Bedrock Designs coming from up here. I thought I just gave it a pattern. What it used to look like was nothing with Bedrock. That's what it used to look like. Not very interesting, no. So this is the second level. What I did with the second level was I added a neat little sort of like a half arch in the middle of several other arches on a block in the middle there. It sort of looks like a dinosaur's curve thingamajig, or the alien thingamajig from Alien. I don't know, once again, descriptions. Okay, and then I did another level here, and I wanted to add some kind of other symbols onto the walls here. These two walls look pretty bland, quite dull, so I wanted to add something here. These like some gold symbols. I'm not sure what they would represent, but it's just, you know, some artistic effort. And also along here, several more arches going over this little building here. Not exactly the same on every side, all other the 3 sides, 4 sides altogether. The same here. Okay, now this was kind of different. I was going for a sort of gold heart kind of thing, like trapped in nether, and then lava coming out of a top entrance part sort of thing going on, and also pointing down slightly, so you possibly will be able to see it, although I don't believe you can see it from the distance. I do use gold at this point. It is quite a decorative tool. Okay then. Yep, quite a decorative tool, and it just looks, it folds in well with the nether and obsidian design along with the bedrock. I can't actually remember the name to say that. I used to know it, but unfortunately I forget words that I need to know at the time. I'll probably remember it eventually during this video. Now here we've got like several doorway sort of things going on, sort of like a portal-ish design. What I've done is I've taken out these bits and I've put lava behind it, but also it looks like it's streaming down, as if something is generating lava, like this top pillar right there, or top spire sort of thing going on. That's sort of the design I wanted to go for. Also, it's quite different, because originally I was going to do some sort of cylinder-esque building pointing upwards, but I thought that was quite generic, to be honest. You got to watch out for making generic buildings. This is, you could point out as the generic evil tomb in some ways, but it's got some added effects and stuff here and there to kind of take it away from generic and put some consistency and some originality in there, and that's what I like to build, to be honest. That's what I think everyone should build, nothing generic, unless of course you're deliberately copying something like pixel art or something like that, which is all good, but anyway. Now this is the final spire bit poking out here. Unfortunately I couldn't finish it. It would be a giant gold poking, like a giant gold poke. There would be 3 blocks each level just until it got to the sky. Unfortunately, level is just about here. That's because it's slightly built up from there, but it's quite big, so I guess it was bound to happen. And no one's really meant to go up here. It's pretty much for the sake of just looking cool. A lot of parts of building is just making parts that people can't actually go to, but it just looks awesome. And, you know, that's something. It's like foreground, you know. So there you go. So there's the outside of the temple. Once again, same all 4 sides. Now, some of you are probably asking, did I have any help with this? No, it's my own design. I built this all myself, but I did use several tools. I did use Essentials for a little bit, but then it broke because I had to update the server. And I don't know why it's not working, but I'll get around to it. I also used World Edit and Voxel Sniper. Now, some of you are probably like, oh, he's using World Edit and Voxel Sniper. He's a noob. He's not a true builder. Not necessarily. I've said this in the past, and I'll say it again. Voxel Sniper doesn't make a wall look good. It just spawns it in to get rid of the tedious work. You're the one that actually makes it look good. This, all my work. What I did do, though, and this saved me a load of time, and I got to thank World Edit for this, is in some instances, I copied and pasted these areas to make it look the same on all 4 sides, exactly the same. It wasn't to make it easier. If it made it look jolty in different ways compared to the other ones, I wouldn't have done it. Okay, I want to look as perfect as possible. Copy and pasting is just the best way to do that. I did it with these. I did it with this, that, and that. This I didn't do it. That I didn't do it. The walls I had to do all myself, because copy and pasting walls is quite difficult. I tried it, but it looked completely off center, so I had to do it myself. So there you go. So now we're going to look at the inside. The middle part, the temple's outside looks way better in my honest opinion compared to the middle. Compared to the inside. The inside looks pretty bland, pretty boring to me. But it is a tomb slash temple sort of thing. I think it's essentially a tomb, because in the middle here you got sort of a gold heart up there with lava protecting it, and then a sort of grave tomb thing going on over there. I didn't essentially understand why I would put it there, but I guess the lava would protect it or something like that. And then you've got this kind of cylinder-esque, I don't know, building base, let's say, to a pillar going on, and it gives a nice effect. I feel it looks like some sort of lava pillar, so it looks almost stagnant, which is pretty cool, although the lava is still moving. And then we have these lava pits here with lava draining in from here, coming around from these areas here, which are actually pouring lava, which are all generated from that thing up there. There you go. It's all pretty cool. There you go then. We also got some gold designs here on the inside. Kind of shows off the what's the best word about this? I suppose just the lava coming out of the different sections here to generate it. Also from the lava pit at the top. Looks very cool, very evil, I suppose is the best word to describe it. Anyway, this is the temple slash tomb thingamajig. I'm not sure. I once again apologize, I couldn't show you the time-lapse version. Too much memory, it just kept corrupting the files, but that's my bad, I suppose, and I have to apologize for that. And I'm really, really, really annoyed of it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little temple review video here of my building skills. Much more to come, not sure what I'm going to build. I think I'll show off a cathedral that I have made in the past. If you enjoyed this video, like, favorite, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.